Now, of course, we got the flash flood warning in effect for Union, Ouachita, and Columbia County to at least 8:30 this morning, and those are the only active warnings that we have right now as far as anything severe. So definitely avoid any low-lying areas. If you encounter any flooded roadways, don't try to drive through them because we're going to continue to add to these totals, and we're tracking more heavy rainfall right along the Louisiana-Arkansas line. Now, still can't rule out the possibility of more of these thunderstorms in northeast Louisiana. They still could be capable of producing gusty winds, potentially even some small hail. We do have a very warm and moist environment right now. It's tonight where our temperatures get just below freezing, but the thing is, depending on what your temperature is, will really determine who's going to get what. We're going to see lower 20s to Arkansas, upper 20s along I-20, but probably just right there near the freezing mark for areas south of I-20. And of course, when we're near freezing, 1 or 2 degrees above or below makes all the difference in the world and can completely change the forecast. So what we're going to be watching as that low tracks to the south, that freezing line dips into Arkansas close to near midnight, and as we go into tomorrow morning, we'll see most of it exit. We're not expecting a lot here. It's not going to be an ongoing freezing rain, snowfall event. All the snow is going to be well up to the north and northeast Arkansas and western Tennessee. There might be a few bits of flurries in southern Arkansas. That might be all you see. And on top of that, we're expecting wind chills to dip down to single digits with lower teens across portions of the I-20 corridor. But the biggest concern right now is the flash flooding threat that these storms currently pose, especially around El Dorado and Union County stretching off to the northwest. Here's a live look in downtown El Dorado where you can see heavy rain still falling, where we have already picked up 3.5 inches of rainfall at the El Dorado airport, and we're just going to continue to add to that. So thus there's that flash flooding concern. So this is around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to see patchy showers begin to pop up. Once we hit around 10 and 11 o'clock tonight, going into the morning hours tomorrow, this is 2:30, we will see some of that rain transition to a wintry mix, potentially freezing rain. And notice how temperatures drop to 20s, and we're kind of right there near that freezing mark along I-20. Now, some places that don't get the freezing rain, you could still potentially see some black ice because temperatures will drop below freezing, even areas in the area green here. So really traceable amounts of ice up to hundreds of an inch, and then maybe 1/10 of an inch looking from El Dorado for the northward. Now, usually 1, 2, 300 of an inch of ice, not usually that impactful, but you need to be careful when you're out driving, especially on bridges and overpasses. Now, when you get to 1/10 of an inch of ice with 15, 20 mile per hour winds, that can usually become a bit more impactful. This is the 2024 35th Annual Simmons Sporting Goods Big Buck Annual Contest, where over $150,000 in prizes will be given out to 60 categorical winners in this year's contest. Well, I'm excited because I love cheesecake.
Me too.
And I love Bluebell. Yep. Giving y'all, I love it. And cookies and cream, that's one of my next best flavors, right behind chocolate. So putting cookies and cream and cheesecake and combining those together, this is the perfect combination.
It is.
This is a good, oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a really good flavor. And
to see the full list of all the winners today, you can check out our website at myarklamis.com. Reporting in Bastrop for Local News That Matters, I'm Chase Ward.
Look at that. Oh, he's done this before. Look at that. Yes, yes. Maybe you should have stretched before we did.
Whoa, whoa. All right, we are out here at the Chinook Fest, and the balloons, they are out. I'm in one right now, and it's feeling a little warm. It's kind of cool out here, so definitely enough where we want to grab a light jacket when you head out that door. But it's going to be warming throughout the day, and yeah, we're taking off a little bit. I think it was like wearing like your pants inside out when you went to bed and stuff like that.
What?
I
never heard of that.
Yeah, you did that to make the snow come.
Wow, okay, that's something new we've learned today.
Now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We're currently tracking a line of severe thunderstorms making its way across eastern Texas and Oklahoma now. A new tornado warning been issued just to the west of Texarkana. These line of thunderstorms will be entering the Arklamis closer towards, I would say, 11 o'clock into lunchtime, the early afternoon hours, as they'll make its way across the Arklamis. We've been tracking just a few light showers as a warm front kind of passed over. There's even some light drizzle in a couple places further to the south and even up to the northeast and southeast Arkansas. There's that main line kind of following that cold front, and that will be pushing through around midday. Temperatures been holding out mainly in the 60s, got a couple upper 50s, El Dorado, Monticello at 59. We're 60 degrees from Monroe to Ruston. Now our dew points are still kind of holding out in the upper 50s. We're kind of expecting them to reach into that 60, upper 60 range when the temperatures jump up because these winds are continuously flowing out of the southeast. So a lot of warm moist air in a very short matter of time is being flown into much of the ArkLaMiss area. They're between 21 to near 25 miles per hour in some places, and wind gusts are getting even higher than that. So definitely be careful this morning out on these roadways with some of these wind gusts. They're pushing 32 up towards Texarkana, 29 and 22 between Ruston and Monroe. So we do have wind advisories that are in effect for the entire ArkLaMiss. We don't have any tornado watches or anything, warnings of that nature now within our viewing area, but they are not too far away at Texarkana and eastern Texas, and will likely get extended into our viewing area the closer we get towards midday these storms approach. You'll even notice these winds, this is sustained potential winds going into around midday, 25 to near 30 miles per hour from Greenville all the way to Vicksburg. So definitely going to be kind of a high wind threat with these thunderstorms, and of course there's even an isolated tornadic threat as well, so we could see some rotating storms along the actual line. So this is going around 12 o'clock. That's when the front approaches. These storms have been fast moving all morning long, so it's not going to be too much longer before they start entering the viewing area. So definitely be alert, know where you're going to be around midday. These storms will move through very quickly. By the time the sun sets tonight, these storms are on out of here. High pressure moving back to the west, and winds pick up out of the northwest, and we'll see sunshine through tomorrow. So all we got to do is get through the next 12 hours. By 10 o'clock, these storms approach Texarkana, Shreveport, and then moving through the area. This is around 1:30. This line here, that's what we're watching, where we could see that high wind threat, and there might be some rotation potential along that line. Now, might even have some stuff try to pop up out ahead of it. Of course, we'll be watching that closely. As we hit around 5:30, you'll notice these storms, they're already east of Mississippi River by that point, and then skies will clear out through much of tonight going into tomorrow. Still have a level 3 enhanced risk for severe weather, encompasses the entire ArkLaMiss, and like I said, the high winds are our primary concerns. Of course, tornadic and large hail cannot be put at zero neither. I would say flash flooding. On the lower end of the spectrum, these storms have been fast moving. Any chance for flash flooding, more than likely further to the north, the northern side of the I-30 corridor. So today, high 73 with the severe storms through the midday hours. Tonight will fall to the mid-40s. These winds will still be breezy out of the west and northwest. We'll cool off a little bit for tomorrow, upper 50s, then back to the 70s. By Friday, as clouds increase, another chance for thunderstorms going into Saturday. Later on next week, we're back to the 70s on Monday.